What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to our next episode. And this episode, we're going to talk about submitting offers, okay? So this is probably one of the most stressful parts in the process. We were discussing in the previous episode that we have 4 different pre-approvals in the amount, but the amount that they want to offer is kind of skewed in between one of those amounts. But I need to get a hold of a reputable loan officer like yourself. Why is it important to have a loan officer for the buyers that's pretty much on call 24/7?
Because you could lose your house if you don't have a loan officer who's answering their phone. You know, because like you just said, if Saturday comes and the listing agent wants the best and final offer, and you need to put the offer in by 8 p.m. Saturday night, if you're trying to call your loan officer and you need that updated pre-approval and they're not answering the phone, guess what? You're not putting in an offer. And then what happens is, by Monday, when that loan officer calls you back, that house is gone already. Yep. You know, you could have fell in love with the house, you know, you envision you and your family in that house, and now you just lost it simply because the loan officer didn't answer their phone. You know, not everybody's available 24/7, especially on the weekends, you know, but having a realtor like John and a loan officer like myself who is available 24/7 is just gonna put you way above the competition and give you that competitive advantage that you're gonna need in a market like this. How does this submitting offer process work? Like, what's the time frame? We hearing back in a week, 2 days? How does that work?
So basically, I have to type up on a pre-made sales agreement. So basically, it's going to have their terms, the purchase price, the amount that they're going to put down on contract, the amount that they're going to bring to the closing table, their mortgage amount. It's also going to have their attorney info on the left side, and then they have to sign it acknowledging that they're offering this amount with these terms on this property, and it goes hand in hand with your pre-approval. Typically, once you submit an offer, most times in this market, there's a cap, meaning that they'll say best and final offer by Sunday at 8. And there's no counter offer. So basically, if you submit your price, it has to be your best foot forward.
So I was just gonna ask, so by best and final, you mean that's it? So if I offer $650, it's not like tomorrow they're gonna say, hey, we want a little bit more, can you offer $660?
Right.
It's $650 or nothing, essentially.
Right, and you don't know what the other buyers are offering. So basically, it's just a blind bid. So let's say the house was listed at $625 and we put an offer at $650. If that's your cap and you could sleep well at night knowing that that's the max I wanna bid on the house, then that's okay. Even if you lose out on the house, you put your best foot forward, and there'll be another one along the way that you'll fall in love with, and it'll be great for you and your family.
But at least that's their decision. They feel
Right.
comfortable. It's not that they lost the house because I didn't answer the phone or you didn't answer your phone or something like that. It's super important to get yourself a loan officer and a realtor who really cares about you, you know, treat you like family, and is gonna be there for you and answer the phone 24/7, text, emails, whatever the case is. So super important. Definitely will give you that competitive advantage, and it might help you out getting your offer accepted over somebody else's.
A lot of times buyers, they just want to, especially in this crazy market, they just want to put in a crazy offer, but they might only have 5% down. So kind of how does that affect somebody if, let's say, we offer 7, the house gets accepted, but it only appraises at 680? How does that kind of affect the buyer in that scenario?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, again, because this is happening sometimes right now in this market. So essentially what happens is, the bank's not gonna lend on anything that doesn't appraise. So if it appraises for 680, the bank is not lending anything higher than 680. Now, if the seller doesn't wanna come off that $700,000 purchase price, you have the buyer as the option if you wanna cover that $20,000 difference for the appraisal. So you have that choice. If you're putting 5% down and those are the only funds you have and you don't have any extra funds that you can put towards the appraisal, the gap in the appraisal if it comes up short, then unfortunately you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, and it might be just a better idea to start looking at other houses that maybe you don't have to put in such a high offer.